Okay, guys, bit of a scalp operation coming in on oil as we speak. We are coming into 9 o'clock. It is broken down. I'm going to put an order in and around this area here. So we're looking at sort of 5 candle count back. So we want to be above this particular candle here. Ideally sort of pushing down below the blue line, which it is. So we're going to drop an order onto the blue line. Now, it's going to be about 10 pips, maybe a little bit more. Now, this market is extended. So what does that mean? Well, I'll just flick this over. Now, just drop that across. Now, I have a bias tool. Now, if you're part of the Scruffy squad, you are welcome to take it once you've been through the modules. And it works out exactly what the market is up to. Now, at the moment, it is buying. It is what is called an F grade, so it's actually quite dangerous. So if you were to go straight into market, the chances are it's going to pull against itself. And it is, okay? Why? Because it's an extended market. It means it's at a saturation point. And it'll pull back on itself before it'll push forward. But the main consensus is it's going to buy, but it's a scalp, because of its extended. So it's going to be about 9-10 pips. So if I get 50 quid, I'll be more than happy. So what do you do in a scalp situation? Well, in a scalp situation, you follow what the candles are up to. So you can kind of move that down a little bit. Okay. We're going to follow this red candle down into here, and we're going to pull the target with us. Why? Well, what means that the trade doesn't have to work as hard. Okay. And it also means that I don't have to sweat it out. You know, and let's be honest, she brought me coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes it coffee. And we do, because he loves his coffee. And why? Because it's early morning, I'm bloody knackered and I need it to wake up. Because I've been at it since God knows what this morning already. Because I prepare all my charts, I get everything ready, I speak to the guys in the squad, I let them know what I'm up to. Kind of case in point, let me show you. I've already done kind of the breakdown for them. Go to Bulls and Bears. There it is there. Told them exactly what I'd be waiting for it to do. And why? Because of little Maxwell here. Because up here, thought something was going to happen. Ba-bum. Didn't. London Open. So I thought, right, stick me 2 penneth in. Shove it in the tracker, and that's what we're up to right now. So happy days. It's also in the market updates. Let me just quickly show you this. There's the market updates there. There's your news, and that is there telling you exactly what it is that I'm looking for. Okay, the squad is really good. It's like everything else. You get out of it what you put into it. But if you're looking to truly level up your trading, I'll always help you, because I'm there every day. I won't trade for you, but I'll tell you what I would do on that particular chart, and then it's up to you to trade it. So you don't take it as a signal, you take it as hand holding, as in this case here. So this is for you, Kojak, and it's basically backing up what I said in that video. And I try and do that as well, guys. If you ask me, I will try and back it up. Likewise with the Vanguard. Somebody said you can't turn money into 10 grand. Well, we've taken 200 into over 12,500 in 6 months. Slow, steady grind, but it was all done in front of them. Happy days, happy days. So let's play this one out, see what happens. Okay, guys, it's coming on 10 to 10. Because this is essentially a scalp, and I was looking for sort of 9 pips. So out the gate, that's it's about 45 quid, 50 quid. I have to make a decision as to whether or not I'm going to hold on to this or I'm going to kill it out. I do have a meeting at 10 o'clock, and also it's paying what I need it to pay. So one of the sensible things to do is actually just kill this sodden thing off. So we're currently at £50, so we'll kind of just see if it'll push up just a tad further, just a little bit, get above that blue line. Now this is a good example of staging as well, because if I was holding on to this and I went 100% to market, well, I'd be getting out at this point for nothing, scratch. Whereas because I've staged backwards, I'm actually going to get out with the target I initially set out for. So it's horses for courses. I mean, the jury's out as to whether or not you like it. Personally, I do. It works for me. I'm happy with it. And if I have a red mark on one and a positive on another, it doesn't matter. Because ultimately, all we're interested in is whether or not we make more at the end of the day than we started. You know, that's kind of one of my philosophies. Start with 0, end with 1. Now, if I can do that, Scruff's a happy boy. And that's just the essence of the job. But quickly, while this is starting to play, I am watching it on my other screen. As soon as it gets up to 55 quid, I'm going to pull the plug. But if I pull this out to the hourly, you can kind of see it is in an upward motion, but it pulled back heavily here. I mean, it really came back with some gusto. Now, these are the things that worry me with oil, because if it decides to go on this, this could be a real problem. Now, you could also argue that that is starting to form some form of head and shoulders pattern. So it could well be pulling down. Right, it's pretty much at the mark now, so we're going to close it off. There we go, 53 quid, because it's gone back to that level. So you've got to be careful, and it is already extended, which is why it was a dangerous trade in the first place. Now, if it's a dangerous trade and extended, I could be in with a problem, which means it could bounce off one of these two levels here, certainly because of that, and then come back and look for this, which it hasn't retraced on as yet. So that would make that entire move from here up to there, okay? And what you can see, and this is where the beauty of fibs are, there's your big move. It's come down to the 50 and it's held that 50 pretty well. Now, one of the rules is if it holds above it for an expedient length of time, it'll look to go where it came from. Well, if that's the case, it's coming all the way back up here, okay? But that's assuming it doesn't try and push back into the 50 first. And why is that? Because it's done it here. Pushed up, held, went across, think, yeah, that's fine. Then it slammed all the way back down before it pushed up. That could happen again on this side. So you've got to be careful, you know. And it does do that sort of thing regular. There it is there. Boom, boom, boom. There it is there. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So you just got to be a bit careful of things like that. So there you go. That was for you, Kojak. Just backing up what I said earlier on today. Catch you in a bit.